Since they out here killing brothers, I linked up with my brothers and tried to discover the key. Since they out here killing brothers, I linked up with my brothers to try to discover the key. Since they out here killing brothers.
Welcome to another episode of My Vision. I'm your host, Mansa Musa.
Co-host Rakasi. Because okay, cool. Like, name me what you think are some of Chip's bigger songs.
But bigger in what way?
I'm talking about like just like impact, like they were heard.
But like all of his clashing songs.
Huh?
All of his clashing songs. Like from, I can't remember the titles, but I know if I was to go back, I know where I'm going back to. Or even his album, like, I'm not even sure if it was an album, to be fair. Let me get the title. I know he had the Level Up thing, which I know was cold. But that's the thing. It's called Power Up. That his things I personally like, and this is for the lyrics, not as such for the songs. League of My Own 2, cold. There's
Yeah,
bangers.
are you listening back to it?
Yeah. I go back to these tracks.
Okay.
I go back to these albums, and I feel that I think it's 1010 or League of My Own 2.
Yeah.
That's one, like, you know, with the Skepta, I can listen to it the whole back to back.
Yeah.
It's the same sort of vibe, same sort of vibe on this chip. And that's why I feel maybe GB was kind of saying he's not, like, don't sleep on him. He's got bangers, innit? But I just think he's got tunes. He's got tunes, man. But I just think he's in his bag, in his best, is when he's on a bars thing. Like when he's clashing, like up against someone. I just don't know why in the scene it don't pop. I don't get, man. But
that's because it's not structuring it the right way. Like, if you're going against someone and you want it to pop, like, it will pop, of course, but it's gonna pop for 2 weeks if it's just gonna be just a song of you just clashing the person. But if you think about back to back, or if you think about like Hit 'Em Up or Takeover, Ether, these are songs.
yeah.
You know, just me getting on a track and just bars in.
Yeah, but those are moments, innit? And that's what I'm saying. I feel he's got loads of moments, and I feel he's got so many moments. For me personally, anyways, I can't even remember all the names of the songs.
But we live in a different time, so a moment lasts for 2 weeks now. That's why it's not as impactful as it would have been back then. Whereas your moment back then would last for a very long time. Like now, unless you make it a song which we can play back, where it's just like, I'm playing it because it's a song, not because it's a diss song. You just happen to be dissing my man.
Nah, for the experience, man.
Nah, man.
I'd play it back for the experience.
For me, like, I ain't heard Flowers or the other thing since.
But if we were together, right now, and I play it, you're not gonna be like, damn, like, turn this off. You're gonna be,
not even fighting to you. I say, I do not remember what they sound like.
You'd know when they come in, or even the Stormzy and Chip tune,
Yeah.
Do you know how it goes right now?
Nope, I can't remember.
Exactly, but as soon as it comes in, you'd know. And it'll throw you straight back to the video and the time. Say?
Yeah, most likely.
1000%, or even all the young and stuff as well. And even
I wasn't really paying 100% attention when all that stuff came out because it was too much. But I know most of it.
But it'll bring you back to that time, anyways.
Yeah.
And when he was up on he done his Fire in the Booth.
Yeah.
Come on, man. He's got moments, I feel, and I feel.
I don't know. I just want to see Chip.
I feel it weighs more than certain albums. Like, albums come, I feel, because you need to make an album, but moments outside of albums, that's what's made him. And I think
but his moments are due to a next man, innit? I just want to see Chip bust because Chip's busting. Like, that's all. Like, I just want to see him be able.
I won't be mad at that.
Yeah.
But
I want to see Chip on the headlining festival. I want to see him doing all of that shit.
Yeah.
But it's just like, I don't feel like he has the songs to yet.
Bro, I what was this? We'll set up here. We'll set up. I'll bring like.
No, no, I know what you're gonna say, and I'm not saying like, he has songs, but when you put in a project, then it's just not there.
As in a whole project.
Yeah, because okay, cool. Put it this way, yeah. If I'm Mr. Festival Booker, yeah, I'm not booking you because your songs are sick from 5 years ago, and you had a song that was.
Yeah. No, I hear that. I hear that. And we're on the same page there.
So that's why I'm saying that this album, like, it has to be artistically driven, not like, yo, Chip, I'm in my bag when I'm dissing or when I'm just rapping. Like, you have to get into your artist mode and really make some songs now. You know what I'm saying? Like, because like, this is why I feel like we've had enough. Like, we've had like 10+ years of Chip doing what Chip does, minus the 2 to 3 years, which I would say was not the greatest artistic direction when he was signed to Sony and doing the album there. Huh?
Sorry, go on.
And I'd say that was artist development, but I think they were only developing them to make songs made for the radio. And that usually came with, all right, we're going to take Chip, we're going to get another artist, get that artist to do the chorus, and we'll just get Chip to fill the verses, which is very reminiscent of when the Game first came out, and Dr. Dre took him to 50 Cent because the Game couldn't write hooks, didn't know how to write songs. 50 Cent, God at the time, make that work. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like, because that's what I'm saying to you, how do you coach a lyricist, someone that is so sick at what they do? For someone to sit Chip down and be like, yo, you need help writing songs. If he was to be hard-headed about it, I couldn't judge him because he gets his flowers. People say Chip's sick. Like, so if you're saying to him like, yeah, you need to work on this, that, and that, and I was like, well, who the fuck are you talking to? Like, I can't knock him for that. But I feel like there is an element that is missing, which is the songwriting with his music. And I'm not saying that he should just like make a song which is like aimed for the radio or nothing like that. Nah, it could be a club banger, it could be whatever, fam. It could literally, like, look at, for example, IC3. That is not made for the radio, it's not whatever, but it is written so well that when that chorus or whatever comes in, where you look in the mirror, I see who, I see me. You know what I mean? You're gonna sing that. You're gonna have that already in your head. I don't feel like Chip has those sort of songs where by that second chorus you're singing along, you're going with it. And if it is, it's someone else on the hook.
I understand. I understand that.
But that's what I'm saying. I feel like for this period of time, that this album might be make or break for him just because of that. So he has to really.
I don't think so.
Yeah, that's because you're the hardcore fan, innit? I'm literally an on the fence guy. Like, yeah. I'm a guy that's obviously I've been the hardcore Chip fan. Like when he first came out, like because he was young and that was like right, someone representing for the kids. Yeah. But like now I'm looking at it more from a less. I guess there's no bias there at all. But I'm just saying, like, for the average fan, a person that's a fan of Chip, of course, he's not going to lose them. I thought this is the point where he could bust and get that second win like Gets did. Well, to be fair, it won't even be a second win for Chip. This would probably be like the fourth.
Yeah, and that's a couple. Is that a couple?
In the counter argument to what I'm saying, even thinking about that is Chip's written off until he drops every time. Like, people write Chip off until he drops. So the counter argument myself is that maybe that's just his lane, innit? Like, you man can write me off, I'm away while I'm away. But do you want that? Or do you want your music being played whilst you're away? You want that, don't you? You want people to be like, yo, I'm going to play Chip whilst Chip's away until Chip comes back. And I just feel like that he hasn't got them songs to make people come back like that.
Yeah, and I hate it. I mean, if it works, isn't it? Like, I think that's what's so sick. And yeah. Maybe it shouldn't be a what do you call it? It shouldn't be album based. There should be something else that brings up that highlights these experiences. Like, that's why I like the documentary so much, because it went back over like everything that had happened over a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
So if it was like a audio book kind of thing, like how we spoke about before, or even like with Chip talking about these different moments, or if they were to like kick off, giving too many ideas right now. Yeah.
Wow, Chip could definitely write a book. He's been around for time and he's been through a lot of situations.
Yeah, but
whether it's like being signed to
he's in his own little universe, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
So
remember, he grew up a star in a sense, like from like what, the age of 15, 16, you're a star.
He's got so many stories to tell.
For sure.
And maybe he could tell those stories in his, you know,
the thing is,
at that point.
Tweets with so much wisdom. Like he'll tweet stuff like, "Yo, like man ain't got a kid or whatever, and I want to have a child, but you know, because he's been famous for so long, it's harder to find the right woman, whatever." Put this in your music. And this is what I always say to people, we're just like, if you're gonna be so open and personal with the internet and tweet about stuff, yeah, I can get it. If you're a private person, like all across the board, then I can't really be like, oh yeah, come out and be open up. But if you're gonna be so open to the internet, be open to your music. Like, I feel like that's the part that people aren't really. Like, I feel like people are afraid of being judged in that aspect, but it's just like you get judged instantly as soon as you tweet. Why can't you just put it in your music? Because like Meek Mill will tweet some shit and it's just like, all right, cool, fair enough. But why is your music still trap?
Yeah.
And like you're trying to uplift people, tell people to buy Bitcoin and this, that, and the other. Like, what's it called? Prison reform and all of that. And then the music comes in. It's just like, if you're gonna grow in your life, grow in all aspects.
Yeah, no, of course.
Since they out here killing brothers, I linked up with my brothers, tried to discover the key. Since they out here killing brothers, I linked up with my brothers,